Hello fellow humans and welcome to the Carro 45T. Now, I didn't mention this vehicle previously on purpose because, yeah, I mean, you have to first buy the ammo and then you have to buy the T-77 to then have access to this vehicle, which means you're gonna have to buy around 400 euros worth of gold to be able to access this thing, which is just an absolute joke at this point. I mean, what the hell are you actually doing? I get it's a new thing, I get you want money, but that's a complete and absolute rip-off. So, with that said, ignore that this vehicle exists for now. Like, yes, it's in-game, but there is no point to ever obtain it. Let's have a look at the vehicle themselves. If you happen to encounter a poor soul that has been milked of their precious money, then you will know whether this tank is good or not. First of all, have a look at the stats, and then let's play it. Now, it is an auto-reloader that is somewhat closely matched with the Progetto 65, both in armor and a lot of other things as well. The Carro has slightly higher DPM and a bit more alpha damage. Now, it does have APCR. The Progetto has heat rounds, which means on a premium penetration, they're still going to be somewhat similar. So, not much difference there. Then, on the weapon handling, it is a bit more accurate and a bit better dispersion than the Progetto as well. However, it is quite a bit slower than the Progetto. So the turret is very weak, and I mean 200mm would be solid if this were a tier 6, but it's a tier 10, which means every tier 10 in the game is going to be able to penetrate this turret. If you go hold down, that goes up to about 260mm. However, every premium round is still going to be absolutely going through this, and even if you don't have premium rounds, you can go through the sides of the gun mantlet. The upper plate is a bit different here. It's very, very well sloped. It's only 68mm, but it's pretty damn well sloped, so you are going to have a tough time pinning it if it's held down. However, from the front, still 250, I mean, it's going to go straight through. Same with the lower part of the upper plate and the lower plate as well. This is paper. So, you have an armor profile that is extremely similar to that of the Progetto 65, where the upper plate can have a pretty good angle to it, yet the rest of it is pretty much paper. Obviously, this vehicle does have the slight difference that it has a fourth shell, yet it's a reserve shell, which means you can't use it, which means it has 3 shells like the Progetto. So, would you pay 400 euros for something you can already have for free? Not quite. So, at this point, let's see what we can do. Obviously, look at that reload. This is absolutely horrible. And I haven't even gotten 1 shell. I'm already in battle, but I can't do anything because I do not have anything to work with. Now, I'm going to have to wait another 20 seconds here to be able to start being effective. And it is crucial to, at the beginning of the battle, already take space. If you don't take space at the beginning, it's going to be pretty hard to recover from that. And I don't know what's happening with the server, but that's not normal. So, now let's see. Anyway, the TVP has thrown away. That is beautiful. And now we're going to try to attack this guy. And I only have 3 shells available. Now, I do have higher alpha damage than the Progetto 65. Slightly. Do have worse mobility though. So, all in all, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off between you have the possibility of using an extra shell and you have 30 more alpha damage for being quite a bit slower. Because the armor is very similar between both of them, as in it exists when it wants to. Which is probably never, but that's how this vehicle works. So, let's see. I just pin this guy with my APCR. And in general, APCR is a nicer shell, because you can fire through buildings and stuff like that. But it also loses penetration over distance, which heat doesn't. So you gotta choose which one you would rather have. Now let's get rid of that. Beautiful. And it works. And for 20k, here's the thing. If this will be in the shop for 20k, I'll be like, alright, sure, you want a Progetto with another shell? Get it. But you have to first buy the ammo, then you have to buy the T-77, and then you can buy this thing. Well, technically you don't have to buy it because you technically get it for free when you buy the gold and you get these things on top of it, but you still have to buy the gold. And what the hell are you going to do with like 200k gold? So that's the problem with this. Technically it's free, practically it's a ripoff. So let's see what we can do here against the type as well. Would like to kill him, but I've taken the shot at the object. Obviously I have 15% packet loss, but that's not going to stop me from playing Super Unicum. Never did. So, let's see. I'm going to reload, try to reload all 4 shells here. Because I want to take out the FV, primarily. Because he's going to be a big problem. And the VK is obviously the biggest problem in terms of hit points. And now I am a 1v3, which means I am going to get out of there. Obviously. Because then, the more distance I can get between me and the enemy, the more I can do with that. Object just fly. He did fly. Okay. There we go. Try to get out of there. No, the object is the fastest one of them. The FV is the easiest to spot. Right? Which means I want to have the FV first, then the object, and then I can attempt to go for the 4005. Now, the object is not playing it amazingly here because he is trying to hunt me. The VK obviously doesn't have the mobility to get right after me. However, I do have just about enough to... Yep, there's the packet loss screwing me up. Yep, there we go, got him. Now we're gonna have to get another shell here, which is pretty bad. Drop down, and nope. But yeah, 4.2k damage with 15% packet loss. I don't think I can complain. So, it works. It works. And... would you really pay 400 euros? Like, how crazy do you have to be to pay to spend 400 euros to get this vehicle? You have to be a certain kind of crazy to do that. I am definitely not, and I never will be. So, obviously, I'm not going to recommend this under any circumstance. So, I don't know. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that the greed just keeps getting worse and worse with every damn time. It's a shame. But, that said, thank you very much for watching. See you next one. Goodbye.